Hey guys, FLØWRZ here. It's been a while since I last did a journey video, and honestly a lot of things had happened. I have dedicated a lot of my time to pursuing this artistic project full time, even with the limitations and kind of the consequences that it may bring. And as part of this series, I wanted to kind of separate a little bit from the music and go more in depth into my experience as I go through life building this project, and I go through different stages and through different thoughts, different feelings, different emotions, and actually have a chance to speak about them. And today there's one theme that's going around my head lately, and it's been about doing the best thing you can with the things you have at your disposal, but also actually feeling this ever closing sensation of my world just caving in and just trapping me inside a place where I can't move that much in my reality, which goes more in depth into the fact that I've been feeling stuck. I've been feeling like I put hours and hours and hours and hours into this project and not seeing kind of the expected growth from it. But also it's about managing my own expectations from it, because nothing in life is the way as people make it seem to be, and that also includes music, especially music. So I'm trying to continuously manage my expectations of the project and the growth, because I had a really big realization which led me to a big letdown on myself and to actually create a lot of mental resistance for me. And I've been doing that uphill battle for so long that it weighs just too much to just shrug it off as if it was a little mistake, right? This pressure has been building inside me for a while, but the realization of actually going into saying that I'm a Mexican artist writing music in English and I was trying to market my music through force in my own country, that through time actually made me realize that I was putting too much effort, pushing on the wrong direction, and limiting my own growth through the international audience. Because I know trying to step outside of the norm is one thing that actually makes this a little bit harder, creating growth for this project and actually going forward. Because I've been trying with a lot of effort to push my music, to push my videos. I did this hybrid strategy where I spoke and made hooks, and I made this content with Spanish as a leading language, and then like my music being exposed in English, and how that created this kind of contradiction where I actually also did like 52 lives last year on TikTok. And I also noticed that even through the metrics, through the pure effort of pushing through and just like trying to make my will into this market just because TikTok showed it organically and left me no choice but to market to my geographical location. And I tried to give it my best, and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I worked and I worked and I worked, and it just didn't result on the outcome I expected. I actually am placed in the same space as I was before, 1 year before, even after going hard and grinding it out for a year, almost a year and a half, and now being myself, trying to change the strategy to embracing the nature of my music, the language that it's being written on, and actually allow myself to show my music to a more international audience. And the only way through I see right now is through YouTube, and actually developing this artistic world where anyone in the world can dive in and see and actually learn my history, and myself also being accountable of documenting every step of the way and making music that I love, and actually permitting myself to be free of judgment based on that premise. Because one thing that scared me a lot in the past was the idea of feeling as if I betrayed my people and my culture. And it was something that actually dwelled on my mind for a long time. But I didn't realize that it's not even about leaving people behind, but actually building something which later can be supported and admired, and I can give back to those who actually have aided me in this journey. Because it's not really about the country, it's not really about your culture, your language, it's not about that, but mostly it's about connection, and it's about being there for the people with my music, even when there's no one there. And that's my mission. That's always been my main purpose behind everything. And and it's time to actually embody it and actually live for it in the best way possible. Because in the end, I know that even though it's harder, there is always a way, and you can always take it step by step. And even though right now I'm financially broke, completely broke, I'm in debt, I can actually invest in clothes even. I mean, I've got like these cargo flag pants, I've got white cargo pants, and I've got a pair of skinny jeans, black skinny jeans, and that's it. And I've got like 5 to 7 shirts and 2 pair of shoes, and that's it. And I can upgrade my microphone right now because I ain't got the budget. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've been wanting to do, but I just can't because I kept on feeling trapped in the same place and not being stuck in the same place. Even though I've been doing more music, I've been doing more videos, even if I've been doing live sessions or behind the songs, especially after some time you kind of carry this mental weight in the back of your mind, and that's the main challenge I've been facing through during this stage. And I'm not trying to rant about it as asking for a handover, but rather trying to show you guys that not everything is as easy as it seems, but rather there's a lot of work and a lot of personal limitations that you gotta go through in order to achieve your dreams. And even though you go through some seasons where you want to give up, like I want to right now, I mean, it's really hard to keep on working on videos and music and feeling as if you're not growing. But that's the time where you just gotta step back, never give up, but just give yourself a chance to step back a little bit, take a break, and just process all that mental load and try to reconnect with the main purpose of it all. I mean, I started because I love the music, I love playing live, and even though it might seem a little bit far away for me, I'm excited to go back to playing live shows and connecting with people in a very special way. That's a human-to-human connection rather than the online short-form content type of way. But yeah, the main thing is trying to step back, reconnect with it, but also reconnect with the purpose that's greater than myself, and the fact of actually making music to be there for people, especially when there might not be anyone available. Because I faced a lot of loneliness through my life, and I keep facing it in different ways. Especially now, I've been really isolated. I've been really isolated for a couple of years now, and I've seen how it affects my mental health. I've seen how I can actually use my art and my music to kind of cope with it in a healthier way. But going for your dreams is actually a really hard process that, I mean, people talk about it, but they don't actually show it. So yeah, these are the thoughts that have been ruminating through my mind. I kind of wanted to let them out, obviously in the most respectful way, because I know that talking about, my culture and wanting to strive for an international audience, because connecting through music is something really special to me. And I want it to be something very special to you too. On the contrary, I'm trying to build this project greater and greater so that it can reach more people and I can gain kind of more importance as a musical project. And as a consequence, I can bring more people from my hometown, from my culture, from my Hispanic roots, right? Because it's stepping out on a really different direction, because I could just write music in Spanish, right? And that would be like the easy way out for me, actually. And I would probably just move forward at a faster rate, but my music naturally moves in English. And I still got a lot of work to do, especially on the speech part, because I feel like sometimes I let it flow, but sometimes I'm a little bit kind of sloppy. I'm gonna work on it in a better way. And I'm also trying to work on showing my personality in the most authentic way, because I've also been kind of holding myself back, or I mean, more like limiting myself from expressing who I am. But it's all fear. That's the thing. Most things just stay in fear. And that's one thing that's also been limiting for too much time. And I think it's time to break through it and just, go the other way, breaking my own limiting beliefs and actually striving to become a better version of myself as a human being, but also as an artist, and just keep working. Even though I'm kind of feeling down, I'm kind of feeling like giving up, even though everything seems to be so closed, like all opportunities feel so closed and far away from me. And this world of actually living from my dreams seems too far away. At the end of the day, that's just a mentality, right? I mean, it's just temporary feelings, which may be persistent to time, because I've been carrying with these thoughts for, a month, 2 months. It's been a while now. And just pushing through is the hardest. Actually, it's the hardest, because you don't actually want to wake up and start doing the same things for no result. That kind of drags you down, but that's also the most important part of the process, because that's where everybody gives up. And being honest, it's not bad that you want to. Not because you're gonna give up, but it's part of the growth. It's part of the internal growth of actually overcoming that stage, even though it's really, really hard, you know, because it is. I mean, if you can connect with this feeling especially, I hope it gives you a little bit of power, a little bit of hope of regaining that thing, that life inside of you, and go out and achieve your dreams. Because, you know, life can be so hard sometimes, and it can be so limiting, and the external and internal world can be completely messed up. They can be completely messed up. And remember, you've got a dream. You gotta go for it. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing we come to this life for. We gotta live it to its max. And even though when things don't actually seem so bright or so positive, there is still some hope. There is still some hope to change your life forever. Life could be so filled with positivity and dreams and hope and actually wanting to move forward. There's also times where you go through the rain, where nothing is going your way, when you feel stuck. And today I'm showing you that everyone goes through this phase. Everyone goes through this hardship. And sometimes you're so isolated you think you're the only one carrying this burden. But there's a whole world out there of people who have dreams, who wants to go and build this dream life for themselves. And for those people, I want to tell you that you should go for it. Go all in. And things sometimes will get hard, but you'll make it. We'll make it. And that's the most important thing. Never lose hope, especially when it gets hard. And thank you all so much for being part of the journey. I love you all, and I hope to see you in the next video.